Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Ancient Hibernians Paul Hook O'Malley Division IV Man of the Year Dinner, honoring retired Judge Thomas Munley, the very best. At this time, I would like to introduce the past Paul Hook O'Malley Division IV Men of the Year, the award recipients. Robert Kane, March 11th, 2006. And the next person is an incredible man who passed away 2 years ago. James Connor, March 10th, 2007. John Maher, March 15th, 2008. Patrick O'Malley, March 14th, 2009. Joseph Holland, March 13th, 2010. Gary Duncan, March 12th, 2011. Joseph Walsh, March 10th, 2012. John Connor, March 9th, 2013. James Barrett, March 15th, 2014. Matt McGloin, March 14th, 2015. Mark McDade, March 12th, 2016. Retired District Judge Terry Gallagher, March 2nd, 2017. Rest in peace, our good friend and brother and Vice President, Kevin Shaughnessy, March 1st, 2018, a person who really loved being the Man of the Year, most greatest guy in this world. Bernie McGurl, March 7th, 2019. And the next person, now don't think he's Tom Brady, but he won it two times in a row. And that's Father Richard Fox won it in 2004. Father Richard Fox won it March 4th, 2020. And it was just because of him being great, and he's been with our organization for years, and he's just an incredible person, and he's at St. Pat's Parish in West Scranton. So due to COVID, we made Father Richard Fox the Man of the Year March 6th, 2021. Round of applause for Father Fox. He's the best. John C. Fletcher, March 2nd, 2022. Kevin P. Donovan, March 1st, 2023. And our current Man of the Year has done an incredible job, has been with the AOH for a long time. Our current Man of the Year, Michael E. Robinson, March 2nd, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, would I ask everyone to rise, please? And soon to be our 2025 Man of the Year, Judge Tom Munley. Yes, the very best. Gentlemen, if you'd like to take your seats. At this time, I'd like to call up Jeffrey Tugay, pastor at St. Peter's Cathedral, for invocation.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we gather here this evening with gratitude and with hope as we honor the Honorable Thomas J. Munley, our friend, and an esteemed servant to our community. Judge Munley's care and concern for those who struggle, his insistence on equity and justice, his compassion for those who are in need of forgiveness, transformation, a second chance. These attributes are a reflection of your goodness in him. Tonight, amid the turmoil in our world and the exploitation of so many, we gather to recognize Judge Munley's commitment to the common good, that justice exercised in our community and in our world is essential for peace. And we, here in our local community, we are a stronger community because of Judge Munley's commitment to service. Please continue to bless him with health. Bless his family and all of those whom he served as a soldier, as a veteran, as an attorney, as a judge, and as a friend. We ask for your blessing on all of us here tonight, that we, each in our own way, may, like Judge Munley, work for justice in our world and be true instruments of peace. We ask that you bless the food that we are about to enjoy, bless the hands that prepared it, And most especially, Lord, we ask that you bless those tonight who go without. Amen.
At this time, I'd like to ask Senior Judge Robert Mazzoni, United States Army National Guard and Air Force National Guard, to come up for our pledge.
I gotta be careful, because if I fall into this cake, you'll have to call 911. This is what happens when you put Tommy's face on a billboard. You have all of these people that come.
14 billboards to be exact.
Yeah, and they have 16 of them in Jessup. You want to please rise, face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Congratulations, Tommy, and your entire family. God bless.
At this time, I'd like to just talk about, we have another award that goes out every year. And this award is huge for our division. It's called the Shillelagh Award. Well, we had a member in our division that died 2 years ago, and I spoke about him when we were actually announcing the Men of the Year. And that was James Conner. He was the greatest of the great. He was our treasurer. He was fabulous. And to all of us, he was like a second dad. Korean War veteran, railroader, just salt of the earth, best of the best. Father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. So we were trying to figure out something we can do within the organization that we can name after him. So our current Man of the Year, Michael Robinson, came up with the idea that we would change the Shillelagh Award to the James Conner Shillelagh Award. So this is the first annual. Now, we've done the Shillelagh Award in the past, but this year it has a lot of meaning to it because this is one of our greatest members, our own James Conner. And at this time, I'd like to bring up his son, John Conner, 2013 Man of the Year and past president of the Paul Hook O'Malley Division 4. It's my honor and privilege. John Conner.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Conner, and I'm here this evening to remember in a special way my late father, James Aloysius Conner, and to present the 2025 James A. Conner Shillelagh Award to my friend and fellow Hibernian, Thomas Patrick Lynch.
Yes.
First, a little background on Thomas. Thomas was born on October 25th, 1951, the son of the late Thomas and Alice Lynch, and is a native of Newark, New Jersey. He graduated from Irvington High School, where he obtained an associate's degree in business from Lackawanna College in Scranton, and he moved to the city in the 1970s, where he has called Kaiser Valley section of West Scranton home since that time. Tom served our country honorably and is a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps. He was employed by Road Scholar Trucking as a dock manager, and he was the director of the City of Scranton's Department of Parks, Recreation, and Recycling Program immediately prior to his much-deserved retirement.
Nice.
Tom is married to the love of his life, Mary Griffiths Lynch, and the couple will celebrate 50 years of marriage this May.
Yeah.
He is the proud father of Kimberly Lynch, Michelle Lynch Donovan, whose husband was Kevin Donovan, AOH Man of the Year,
Yes, indeed.
and Jennifer Lynch Shrive, whose husband is attorney Jason Shrive. Tom is the loving uncle of Dr. Thomas T.J. Griffiths, whose wife, Jody Cosgrove Griffiths, who he raised and loves as his own son. The greatest joy in Tom's life is spending time with his family and friends, especially his adoring grandchildren, Noah Lynch, Duffy Shrive, Gracie Griffiths, and Braden Barnes. Tom holds a black belt in karate, and he enjoyed playing, coaching, and watching various sports over the years. He's a member of St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church, the Hook O'Malley Division 4 of the Lackawanna County Ancient Order of Hibernians, St. Patrick's Parade Association of Lackawanna County, and the Kaiser Valley Citizens Association. It is my distinct honor and privilege to present the 2025 James Aloysius Connor Shillelagh Award to Thomas Patrick Lynch. Congratulations.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. My great honor that I stand before you to receive this year's inaugural James A. Connor Shillelagh Award. My family and I are so proud of our Irish heritage. I am a member of the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee, along with the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Division 4. My wife Mary, my three daughters Kimberly Ann, Michelle Donovan, and Jennifer Lynch are all former members of the Society of Irish Women and still attend their fundraisers and fun events. My grandson Noah Lynch and Duffy Shrive, my granddaughter Gracie Griffiths, and my grandson Braden Barnes are avid parade goers and has been since they've been born. The annual Duffy Shrive Parade at breakfast is a special tradition we look forward to around and sure to never miss. Thank you again for the special award. May the luck of the Irish be with you, and remember to keep those Irish eyes smiling. Thank you.
Great job, bud.
This cane helped me a lot by walking. This shillelagh makes me a sergeant of arms.
Congratulations, Tom Lynch, James Connor Shillelagh Award recipient. The next individual I'm going to bring up actually is our organization was formed in 2004. So, we've been around for 21 years. And it was funny at the time, they were looking to set up another Ancient Hibernians in Lackawanna County. And I was a member of the JFK division. My friend Kevin Donovan, who's the past man of the year of our division, was also a member of JFK. And I liked just being a member. It was really nice, just a member. And somebody said to me, would you like to set up a AOH? I was like, just a lot to it. They said, well, who gets to name it? And they said, well, you get to name it. So I spoke to my brother who's older than me. And this is my father right here. This is my father, late great Paul Hook O'Malley. And that first fighter there, he actually was on the Olympic team with Muhammad Ali, better known as Cassius Clay. His name is Edward Crook, and he won a gold medal. He never put a glove on. He was a baseball player, and my father found him at a baseball field and asked him if he'd like to be a fighter. He brought him in, trained him, and he won an Olympic gold medal. That's what my dad was about, and that's what this organization is about. Great man. But with that being said, when we found out we could name the organization after our father, all of a sudden we decided we're going to go for it. And the person who was the county president at that time is a great man. It's my good friend Joe Hosey. And he came and talked to us, told us what we had to do. All we need was 15 names to charter, came and chartered us. And that's our charter right there. That's all the original names and the dates and everything that had happened. And whenever we have an event, no matter what it is, he's always invited to speak because he was there for the birth of this organization, our Ancient Hibernians, Paul Hook O'Malley, Division 4. And at this time, I'd like to bring up past president of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Ancient Hibernians, and such a good member. He is a lifetime member, and you don't have to pay even at that point, AOH member, current president of the Monsignor Farrell Division II, Joseph R. Hosey. Joe, you'd like to come up?
Thank you, worthy President. You walk the streets and people say, you belong to what? I say the AOH.
Love
What-
the H.
What is an AOH? And it's such a fine order, all the charitable things we do. So I'm just going to give you a couple paragraphs. We'll go back to the dark and dreary days of 65, when to be a Catholic in Ireland meant political as well as social banishment. When to be a priest of the Catholic Church meant to be hunted like a wolf with the same price on your head. So the ancient order of Hibernians were born. Objectives were to protect the priesthood while performing their sacred duties and executing the rites and ceremonies instituted by the Roman Catholic Church for observance by the faithful throughout the world. Certain it was that, to this organization, it is due in large measure to preserve the Catholic religion in Ireland. This, then, was the origin of our grand and noble order. Friendship, unity, and Christian charity is what we march with, and we still march with that motto. But I'll keep it short. This is the best part.
Well, it's the Judge Munley part.
Congratulations to my Hibernian brother, past Robert Mitchell Man of the Year, married one of my granddaughters, and good friend, the Honorable Tom Munley. Back in 2016, I was at that time the state vice president of this noble order. I invited the Irish groups from Scranton to honor the 100th anniversary of Easter Monday. I knew Tom's service to our country and his dedication to our armed forces. So I asked Tom if he would showcase our Irish heroes and read the Proclamation of 1916. And he told me he would be honored, and what a job he did. It was a wonderful deal. So once again, my congratulations to Tom being honored as the Man of the Year for the Paul Hook O'Malley Division 4 Ancient Order Hibernians. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. You are the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for being there, or we wouldn't be here today. You are the best. Now, the judge has a lot of proclamations and certificates and letters here. We have a proclamation from the governor's office. Our 3 representatives have proclamations, the mayor of the city of Scranton, the commissioner's office, even our Scranton tax collector wrote a letter on behalf of what a great man he is. Father Fox, our chaplain, wrote a nice letter about Judge Munley and how wonderful he is. Also a proclamation from our senator. But this one's a little interesting. A lot of people don't realize this. The judge was a teacher, a social studies teacher at Blakely High School. And if you read his bio, he was a social studies teacher with Jessup High School. Oh my God. So Jessup High School. And he was a social studies teacher with vigor. So this is something I know he's not expecting, but it's great. We have my good friend is going to come up right now, and that's attorney John J. Holland, and he represents the PSEA Region Field Director for a presentation. John, would you like to come up and talk about your background and what the award is? And you'll like this, Judge. I thought it was funny because the fact that you were a teacher for 2 years on top of it.
Well,
Here you go,
I'm
John.
glad you mentioned that, Pat. And as you can see, Pat told us to keep our speeches short, so here it is.
No, get your.
I have the
okay.
plaque. I have that as
Yep.
well, Pat. I have it under control.
Somebody's got to watch.
So anyway, I'm the Region Field Director for the Pennsylvania State Education Association. And as Pat said, the judge started his professional career as a teacher. So over the years, what has Judge Munley taught us? He has taught us the importance of good values, good solid values, of kindness and empathy, and helping those in need, the importance of community. A man who stood up and fought for his country, put his life on the line, he put it all on the line. And he teaches those values every day, and they're more important than ever because, unfortunately, for some reason, it's in short supply these days. And we need men like Judge Munley who continue to teach those lessons to us. So, Judge, if you can come up here, please.
Thank you, John.
In recognition and appreciation for his years of committed and dedicated service to our nation and community, a teacher, a Vietnam War veteran awarded the Bronze Star, the Vietnam Cross of Gallantry, the Combat Infantry Badge, trial lawyer, judge, and tireless advocate for veterans, the Honorable Thomas J. Munley, a man of accomplishment, honor, compassion, dedication, and selflessness. On behalf of the Pennsylvania State Education Association and our 185,000 members, the largest union in Pennsylvania, and on behalf of our parent organization, the National Education Association, with 2.5 million members, the largest union in the nation, it's my honor to present to you, Judge Munley, a man of honor, this award.
Thank you.
Congratulations. A former teacher here and still a teacher.
Thank you.
Great job, John.
And Judge, my colleague over there, Tom Lavelle, he's going to make you you're a star on TV, but now we're going to make you a star on the PSCA page, Facebook page.
The judge of all of us would just like to thank you for your service in Vietnam, and just thank you for who you are. Because there's beyond this room, there's not even a number you could put on the amount of people that you've impacted through TV, through life, just through being you. And I just want to bring up a couple things about the judge. The judge is also a past Man of the Year of the Columbus Day Man of the Year. And one of his favorites, and he comes every year for this. A lot of people think, and I want people to understand who this is. A lot of people might be thinking, well, who is this person right here? This person is the reason why we have an 8-hour workday, minimum wage, and we have a normal life where we can actually live and with unionized. This is John Mitchell. People think that John Mitchell is a statue at the Lackawanna County Courthouse. He absolutely is. But he's actually buried at the Cathedral Cemetery. He actually was from Bradwood, Illinois, him and his wife. But his greatest victory was here. So he's buried at the Cathedral Cemetery with his wife, Kathleen. So, just so everybody knows. And Judge is the 2016 recipient of the John Mitchell Man of the Year. Congratulations again on that. You're the best. At this time, I would like to ask our Congressman, Rob Bresnahan, who has a proclamation and some remarks for the judge. Rob, would you come forward?
Thank you, Commissioner. You're going to need a bigger room for all these awards and citations. You're going to need a bigger boat.
More walls.
Well, listen, I just want to, when you meet the judge, you feel like you've known him your entire life. And I'm a new friend to the judge. And then I decided to run for office, and then I couldn't be his friend anymore for over a year. But I really feel like I got to know you when we were filming our first episode of Veteran Views. And he said, what are you going to do for veterans? I said, well, we're going to have 24/7 casework. We're going to buy a mobile caseworker van. We can go to veteran expos, and I'm going to listen to you. But it really got me noodling. And what I decided to do was introduce my first piece of legislation to simplify veteran survivorship forms because of the process in which you have to go through and your family to obtain those benefits. And I don't even know if the judge knows this, but we introduced it just last week. We have sponsors inside of the Senate, and when that gets signed into law, you're going to be in the Oval Office with me when that thing gets signed. So you're going to have my back. And thank you for what you do on Veterans Views and continuing to advocate for the veterans. We have over 40,000 veterans that attend the VA hospital right here in northeastern Pennsylvania, and you certainly give a voice to that entire demographic. So, like, what do you say? I mean, this guy's done everything. He's fought in wars, he taught school, he's been on the bench forever. So I thought, and I was talking with my team about putting this together. I'm going to read you our proclamation, and that's not something that I like to do, but I don't get nervous usually talking in front of groups, but you have big shoes to fill, and whatever they did with you, they broke that mold and shattered it into 2 million pieces. So Judge Tom Munley has been named the Paul Hook O'Malley Division Man 4 of the Year, recognizing his exceptional service, leadership, dedication to the community. And Judge Munley served the people of Lackawanna County from 2005 to 2022, bringing integrity, fairness, and dedication to the bench throughout his 16-year judicial career, while also mentoring and inspiring fellow members of the legal profession. Beyond his judicial service, Judge Munley is a decorated Vietnam War veteran and a tireless advocate for veterans and their families, supporting those who have served our nation. His lifelong commitment to justice, service, the community has left a lasting impact, earning the admiration of his respective colleagues, friends, and family who celebrate his achievements and unwavering dedication. On behalf of the United States House of Representatives, I'll make a house call. I'm wireless here. But thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being my friend, and thanks for everything.
Thank you, Congressman. That was great. At this time, I'd like to bring up our former district attorney and our current judge of Lackawanna County, the Honorable Judge Mark Powell.
Well, that's a wonderful Irish welcome. Thank you. It's with such joy that I'm here tonight, not just to celebrate our Irish heritage, but our Man of the Year, Judge Munley. I can't help but be filled with a great sense of pride, not only for being Irish, but to have the honor to introduce Judge Munley and his sons, Tom and John. Judge Munley is one of my heroes. We all know he was a war hero, serving our country in Vietnam, but I became his friend long after he returned home after the war. I first met him when he was a criminal defense attorney, and I admired him for his courtroom skill. I then saw him as a politician when he ran for judge and mirrored his actions as I ran my own campaign. And now, his contemporary as a fellow judge on the Court of Common Pleas of Lackawanna County. And I can honestly say he has never changed. He is one of the most genuine, sincere, down-to-earth individuals you'll ever meet. Earlier this week, we had the opportunity to speak at a veterans affair, and a friend of mine who I'd known for a long, long time came up to me and said, "Mark, I can't believe how approachable Judge Munley is, and he's a judge. He's so down to earth." So I replied, "Call me Your Honor anymore." But honestly, if I could take that quality from him and be as humble and approachable as he genuinely is, I will consider my years on the bench a success. My real purpose tonight is to help straighten out the Munley family tree, which is a little bit like a family bush, and introduce Judge Munley's sons, Tom and John. You know, there's always been a little name confusion with the Munleys. After all, there are 3 Judge Munleys: Judge Jim Munley, Judge Julia Munley, and Judge Tom Munley. Not to suggest that's how you became a judge. We all know you're famous in your own right, and certainly the star of Veterans Views. But it's even more confusing with all the attorney Munleys. We have Attorney Bob Munley, the criminal defense lawyer from Blakely, the Munley Law family of lawyers, Marion, Bob, Dan, Chris, Caroline, and of course, the judge's son, Tom Munley. I now know why Munley Law has that saying, choose carefully. And to make matters worse, Judge Munley's son, attorney Tom Munley, has some recent competition because I just saw on Facebook that retired Judge Munley has opened up a practice of law. Attorney Tom Munley, one call does it all. And with all due respect to all the Munley lawyers, which I know very well, I do believe that Judge Munley's son, attorney Tom Munley, is really a wonderful attorney. And very much like his dad, approachable, down to earth, and really knows how to personally relate to people. Tom is a graduate of Marywood University, Widener Law School, and has a very successful personal injury law firm with Menora, Kroyak, Munley, and Batico. I also have the privilege to introduce Detective John Munley, and I assure you there's only one John Munley. John grew up in Jessup, was an outstanding football player, some would even suggest better than his older brother Tom. Had many opportunities to play in college, but always wanted to be a detective. And over the last 7 years in the district attorney's office, I had the privilege of working with John. And I can tell you, he is as fearless and formidable on the streets as he was on the football field. And it's been a true honor to work with him, and much like his dad, he is an everyday hero. But as successful as John is doing his drug busts, he always attempts to help people seek recovery. In fact, both attorney Tom Munley and John spend a great deal of time helping individuals seek recovery and sustain recovery. They've literally saved thousands of people's lives. They are wonderful sons, great dads, and much like Judge Munley, true assets to our community. So I'd like to call up Tom and John Munley, please.
Hi everybody, I'm Tom Munley. How are you? I'm gonna let my brother speak first, and Logan's gonna speak because I'm like my father. I don't shut up when I get up here. I'm gonna be walking around and talking. I'll be name dropping Puka, you know. But my brother doesn't speak as much. I'm gonna let him talk first. And I think Logan has a couple of good stories that he can tell. But he might have got neutered a little bit.
All right, yeah, I'll be brief. The only reason I want to be brief is because I called my father today and I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm writing down names." And I said, "Oh, please, no, don't do it." If you've ever heard one of his speeches before, he tries his best to name every single person. He's going to do it again. I said, "Don't do it." He said, "It's my event. I'm going to do it." And I was like, all right, just do it. So, listen, you heard that he's been to Vietnam. I'm telling you right now, his biggest fear in the world was not naming somebody in here. If he forgets your name, he won't sleep for days, weeks, months. So don't take it personally. He's going to try. If he forgets you, he doesn't mean it.
There's Jimmy Bedford right there.
Jimmy Bedford's here. And Powell, yeah. But anyway, on a serious note, you've heard all the things that he's accomplished in his life. We're so proud of him for that stuff. But most of all, if you're his friend, you know that if you call him, he'll pick up the phone. Doesn't matter if you have $1 million in the bank or you're penniless. He's going to treat you the same. He treats everybody the same. He's a family man. He's always there for his family. All the family members, all the Munleys, all the family members that are here tonight will tell you if they call him, he's going to pick up. He's going to drop what he's doing, and he's going to help us. And as a father, he's been the best. He's always been there for us. He's always given us guidance and support and done, just gone above and beyond for us. So thank you, congratulations, we're proud of you, we love you. Thank you.
I am not going to speak long at all. I just wanted to say, again, what Johnny said. You know, and this is what I wanted to say. We throw this around in Jessup a lot because it is a town full of legends. Like Puka's here, legend. Kenny Marcagiani's here, legend. Rita, legend. I don't think it's arguable that he is a legend of Jessup. I mean, and that's something, if you grew up there, you understand what I mean. That's something that's just in your bones, and it's in his bones, and his brothers are here. You've never seen brothers so fiercely loyal to each other. It's amazing. And now Logan's going to speak next, and this is why I'm not going to talk long. And again, you guys, when I get a microphone, you're not going to shut me up, so I'm sorry. But Logan calls me yesterday, and he just starts laughing on the phone, and he goes, 30 years as a lawyer, 20 years as a judge, 50 years in the legal profession. He goes, and I could burn it all down in 50 seconds. And I'm like, don't do it. He's like, I got a story about the weed gummies. I'm like, don't do it. But last thing, this story just appropriate. It's really short. When he was running for judge, what everyone said, he relates to everybody. We went to Luzerne County, and we were at the Westmoreland Club, and we were at this fancy dinner, and I'm young at the time, and I was still drinking then too, so it was a good time. But at the Westmoreland Club, there's golfers, there's congressmen, there's rich people, and again, Jessup guy through and through, but he had a martini in his hand. No, he didn't drink, and he had hors d'oeuvres. He didn't eat meat or anything like that. And he's talking to these guys about how he loves Luzerne County, how he loves golf, how he's going to run the bench like he does in Lackawanna County doing Luzerne. Now, if you know him, he doesn't even know where Manuka is. He was never south of Scranton in his entire life. You know what I mean? He's saying in Luzerne County, oh, you guys are the best, right? And the same day, we drive to the Oliphant VFW. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. At this time, this is when I did drink. When I did drink, he didn't drink. I quit drinking in 08, and so did my brother. He started drinking in 09, and we quit drinking. No, he didn't drink at this time at all, and he's a vegetarian, and I'm not lying. He gets a beer in his hand. This is after we just leave the freaking Westmoreland Club. He gets a beer in his hand, and he's a vegetarian, holds up a chicken wing to all the guys at the VFW and goes, I'm a beer and wings guy, people. He's like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So, that's what I mean, but that's what I'm saying. He can relate to anybody. Like, everyone loves him. It's amazing. And it's genuine too. And again, I can give you the stories about a great father and great brother. And he raised Logan like Logan's only 23 or 24, believe
25.
Me. 25. And, I mean, he didn't have 3 easy kids. Like Johnny and I didn't quit drinking because we drank too little. You know, you understand what I mean? We didn't help all people in recovery because we drank too little. But again, he was always there for us. He was always there for everybody. And you see the people around here like Dom, and I'm not going to name people in Puka, but all the people from Jessup and the family, and again, it's the last thing. We love you, and you are a Jessup legend.
At this time, I would like to bring up Logan Munley, attending Western New England School of Law.
Thank you, Logan. Good evening, everyone. As you can see, they saved the best-looking brother for last. When you think about my dad, you think about a man who has dedicated his entire life to service, whether it be in the classroom, on the battlefield, or in the courtroom, or his role as a father. My dad's focus has always been one thing: helping others. His journey started in a way that many people don't know, but we learned tonight he started as a school teacher. That's right. My dad, who has the reputation of being very serious, had a tame 12-year-old kids running around a classroom. I wondered how he did it, because at home when I was growing up, he had a lot of trouble just keeping up with me. But he did it, and to this day, we will be out to dinner, and we'll run into his students at various restaurants, and they will always say, he inspired me so much, and he has strived for me to reach for higher and better goals in my life. That no goal is too far to reach. After teaching for a while, he enlisted into the Vietnam War, and to be completely honest, I've always been in awe of his bravery. Not just the physical kind, but the kind it takes courage to do that. He shaped my life every day, teaching me what it means to be a true man and how to deal with the inevitable chaos of life with grace and humor. What really blows me away is that after all of that, after serving in the war and serving his country, after teaching, and after all the experiences he has shared with everyone, he decided to earn his law degree at Loyola School of Law in New Orleans, Louisiana. He spent 35 years practicing law, building his reputation as one of the best criminal defense attorneys in this county's history. My father will never say he's the best, but that is one thing I admire about him. He's always constantly asking people, how can I help? He's the guy who will drop everything to assist anyone at the drop of a hat. Honestly, my father has never stopped serving, and he never will. And it's that selflessness that shaped our family and this entire community. Now, a little secret is my dad might be a judge, a lawyer, a war hero, but when it comes to being a father, he's something entirely different. Looking back to when I was a kid, I know I was always running around and acting wild, and it had to be hard to keep up with me, but he always did it. Even after the long days of work, not getting home until 8 p.m., he still made time to spend with me. And the best father I could ever ask for. Dad, Tommy, Johnny, and I know how lucky we are. We've had a dad who's not only cared deeply for all of us, but also showed us the value of integrity, true compassion, and hard work. You taught us that true strength comes from serving others. Even with everything you have done, you still managed to be the first one to lend a helping hand. And to my mom, Jo Dean, who was involved in a very bad car accident back in July 4th, could not make it tonight. She's still not feeling well. But I want to thank her for being my father's partner. She has been the foundation of our family, and she's made our home filled with love my entire life. She has shown us that love isn't just something you say. It's something you show day in and day out. And Dad, I just want to say, Mom told me to mention tonight how proud she is of you. And she is so proud of the man you've become, and she knew that you were a true leader the day that she met you, and she loves you so, so much. Dad, you deserve this award, not just for your accomplishments, but for the kind of man you are, your humility and commitment to this community, and your dedication to serving others is why we are all here tonight, and I just want to congratulate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like the staff to come up real quick. They have a cake that's in the name, and congratulations to Judge Munley. If they could come up real quick. I know they want to bring that out for dessert for everybody. You're going to hold it up. It says, congratulations, retired Judge Thomas Munley from AOH, Paul Hook O'Malley, Man of the Year. Very nice. Great job. And I've got to do this for 1 second because I know he asked me about this. I'm going to bring Kathy Gavin for 1 second because something happened 20 years ago and she'll explain it. I think she's actually going to go over and speak to the judge. Kathy? And Kathy is the person that makes all this happen here at Buona Vita. Kathy Gavin, the very best.
Well, I'm only going to be 1 minute. Usually, believe me, you'd be trying to get me off this mic. But enough's been said about this wonderful man. But 20 years ago, he was right here when he became this wonderful man in a certain way. Got it? So, and I was here. So we've been together a long time, Judge. And everything your son said and everybody else says, you've been wonderful and we love you. And 20 years, hoorah.
Thank you, Kathy.
And I have to bring up one more person in this room. I'm sure we saw those beautiful billboards all throughout Lackawanna County. Well, he has a great friend, and that's Tom Donahue for Lamar, who took care of all that for all of us. Thank you, Tom. And thank you to Lamar. They're always there. They're always there to make sure for charities or organization stuff to help everybody. They're fabulous. Thank you, Tom. And at this time, I'm going to hand the mic back to Logan, and he's going to read the plaque for his father to be the man of the year. Here you go, Logan.
Sure. This plaque is from the Ancient Order of Hibernians, the Paul Hook O'Malley Division 4, Scranton, Pennsylvania. 2025 Man of the Year is presented to Judge Thomas J. Munley.
Yes.
The son of late John Jay. The son of late John Jay and Geraldine Albini Munley, he was raised in Jessup, Pennsylvania with his brothers Robert, Joseph, John, and sister Patricia. He's married to the love of his life, the former Jodine Jakes. Tom has 3 sons, Lackawanna County Detective John W. Munley, attorney Thomas Munley, and son Logan, currently in law school. He belongs to Queen of Angels Parish and their Holy Name Society. He was a judge of the Court of Common Pleas of Lackawanna County, Pennsylvania. Judge Munley served Pennsylvania's judiciary with distinction since 2005. When he was elected, he spent more than 30 years as a practicing attorney in northeastern Pennsylvania. Prior to that, he was a Jessup school teacher, teaching social studies. His teaching career was interrupted by the Vietnam War in 1969, where he served in the Army as an infantry soldier and was awarded the Bronze Star for his meritorious service, Combat Infantry Medal, Army Commendation Medal, and the Chapel for Chaplains Award. Judge Munley has been featured in television documentaries and newspaper articles recounting his days in Vietnam. He used his GI benefits to better himself and attend law school in New Orleans, earning his Juris Doctorate from Loyola University School of Law in 1974. A past John Mitchell Man of the Year recipient, and 2025 Paul Hook O'Malley Man of the Year. My father, Judge Tom Munley.
Thank you, Patrick. Take a seat, everybody.
You sure?
Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for I'm so honored. And Patrick, thank you so much for you and the
You're my favorite.
Ancient Order of Hibernians picking me. And Mark Hall, your words, Judge, were phenomenal. Father Tudgate, thank you so much for what you did. You know, it's amazing even to be here. And I want to say one thing about Congressman Breslin before I forget. He was invited by a congressional delegation to be in Florida today. Guess where he is? He's here with us. Congressman Breslin could have been in Florida with the congressional delegation. He's here with us. Chelsea, you have a wonderful guy there. And I hope I get invited to your wedding when you get it. I want to say something about my wife, Jodine. I'm sorry she couldn't be here. Jodine was in an accident over 7 months ago. She's a wonderful person. What she did, I probably wouldn't be a judge had it not been for her, because one day I was going to drop out of being a judge because I said, I don't want to run. I don't want to run for judge. And she said, you don't run for judge? Start looking for another wife. So I decided to stay and run for judge. Jodine guided me through the whole thing. She really is my rock. And Jodine, I'm sorry that you can't be here tonight because we miss you. We're going to miss you tonight. And I hope, I just hope that someday you can see this on I know it's recorded for television. So I hope Jodine could see this. She really is a wonderful, wonderful person. And congratulations, Jodine, for everything you've done for me and for our family. And you raised a great son with Logan. You're amazing. And I love you very much. Now, I want to say, I'm going to introduce my members of my family, Tommy, Johnny, and Logan. I couldn't ask for better sons. I'm the luckiest guy. around. And Logan's girlfriend's here, Mary Benitez. Thank you, Mary. You know, and Tommy and Johnny, you're wonderful. You have beautiful children, and I'm so proud of your wives. You stuck by me all these years, and I'll never forget it. And my brother Joe is here with his wife Renee. My brother Joe is an amazing person. We call him King Munley, because Joe's really the head of our family. He's the youngest of our brothers, but he's the one who runs the family. And Bobby and Gloria are here with their kids. Eddie, Bobby Jr., and Julianne is here, Eddie's girlfriend. Thank you so much. And Jackie, I had brother Jackie and Pat. They passed away. I said my brother Joe, I mentioned him. My brother Bobby, I mentioned him. Jackie and Pat passed away, but their children are here. Jackie's children, one of them is Jack Munley, sitting right there with his wife Linda. And Jack, thank you so much. You remind me so much of my brother Jackie. And Jason Munley is here with his wife. Jason, where are you? He's here with Jesse. Thank you so much for being here. And I won't forget it either. You're out. I am the luckiest guy around because we have a room of 250 people here. 250 people are here. So I am going to mention some names. Now, don't get mad at me because I only wrote down 20.
Judge, this is your night.
Yeah, I know that, but I couldn't write down everybody here. We'd be
Don't
here.
forget anybody.
No, I have to because the people, everybody here knows I love you. I can't mention everybody's name because I only have about 25 names down there. But I wanted to say, Judge Mark Powell, you know how I feel about you. I don't have to say too much about Judge Mark Powell. We pal around together. He's at my house a couple nights a week. We do our TV show together. And there's two other judges here in this room besides Mark Powell. Judge Bobby Mazzoni and his wife Trish, and Judge Terry Nealon. Where are they? And his wife Lisa. Yeah. And and I want to say this to Mark Powell, how lucky I was 20 years ago when I was a new judge, and I had Bobby Mazzoni and I had Terry Nealon, who never left my side. Whenever I had a question, I'd call them up. Whenever I had a problem, I'd call them up. They never left my side for 20 years. Judge Terry Nealon and Judge Bobby Mazzoni. And guess where they are tonight? Right here with me. And that's the truth. And, Keith Deckel, I want to say something about you. Keith, you've been with me for years. You never left my side either, Keith. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Keith. The McGloin family's here. The whole McGloin, all the McGloin family, I love them. I love them. I love the McGloins. We go out to dinner together. We hang around together. And where's the McGloin family? Thank you so much. The whole McGloin family is here. McGloin, yeah. I shouldn't say this. John's my favorite. Thanks, John. And Joe Gilhooley's here. Joe, where are you, Joe? All right. Are you still here or did you leave? You left. Joe, to hell with you if you left. Joey Brazil was supposed to come. He never showed up.
He was here.
Oh, was he?
Yep.
Oh, was he? Leo Vernetti's here. And Chip Castellani. Where are you, Chip? Chip. Yeah, Chip. I can't mention everybody at your table, Chip. I talk to Chip, 3-4 times a day? I can't mention everybody at your table, but Chip, you have wonderful friends. You're the one who introduced me to Congressman Bresnahan. And Chip, you are an amazing person, and I love you because you're from Jessup. Yeah. And all of your friends at the table, all of them are from Jessup. Chip, look at them. They're all from Jessup.
Look at all the guineas here.
Randy, yeah, thank you so much. But I mentioned Leo Vernetti and I mentioned Chip. And where's Tommy Joseph? Is he here? Tommy Joseph. Tommy Joseph Jr. lives in Wilkes-Barre, but he's been with me 40 years, and he has his whole family here. He has Mike, me, and all the other people here with him. Tommy, you're really a friend. Tommy, you call me almost every day, too.
You're my biggest fan, Judge.
Thank you so much. And, you know, I want to say, I don't care how long this takes. I'm not stopping. But Tom Donahue, where's Tommy? Tommy, is your daughter here with you? Kathleen? Tommy, you know how much I love you. I talk to Tommy Donahue every day. And I'm going to tell everybody here why I do this. I talk to Tommy every single day. We just been doing that for years. And Tommy, you are a special person. So is your daughter. Thank you so much, Kathleen, Tommy, for what you do for everybody. Where's Tom Perry? Is he here with Dave Davidson and his wife Annie? Tommy, are you here? Tommy Perry. You know, Tommy Perry, I have to say something about Tommy Perry. He loves me, but he makes sound he doesn't. Like, I made a speech at Pat O'Malley, asked if I make a speech at the John Mitchell Society. He's buried here at Cathedral Cemetery. And I said to Tommy, can't you come? I'm making a speech on behalf of John Mitchell. He said, Judge, I'm going to wait till you die, then I'll come. That's what he said. And he does that to me every day. But I know he cares about me. Yeah. And he's here with Dave Davidson and Michaelina, Dave's mother. And Mary Rinaldi's here too. Thank you, Mary, for coming. Mary, thank you so much, Mary. And Johnny Mattern is here. John, did your wife Kathy show up? Good. Thank you, Johnny. John, friends for 40 years. Corey Egan even showed up. Corey Egan's a lawyer with my son Tommy. And Corey Egan said to me, he said, Johnny said, don't forget Antonio and Elena. I mentioned them. I think I did, didn't I, Antonio and Elena? And, did I say Antonio and Elena? Oh, I thought I did mention them. I talked about my sister Pat and Tony Lane. Okay. Thank you, John Munley. Mark Powell taught you well. Thank you. But anyway, I won't belabor the point, but I want to say something about, did you ever hear the saying, no man is an island? Nobody could do things without help of other people. You can't do it by yourself. I look at Tommy and Johnny. You know who changed Tommy and Johnny's attitude? Frank Pizzalia, who's sitting back there. Coach Frank Pizzalia, I saw when Tommy and Johnny played football for Coach Frank Pizzalia, and he had Johnny as a quarterback for 3 years, starting quarterback, and Tommy was a defensive tackle. Frank Pizzalia taught them more than playing football. He taught you courage, he taught you integrity, and he taught you how to be men. And I want to say, I never forgot, in my whole life, and it was 30 years ago, what Frank Pizzalia did for you too. And that's the truth. And you know something? Then I looked at my son Logan. My brother Joe taught Logan how to box. He taught Logan how to box. Logan grew up having so much confidence in the way he acted, the way he handled things, because my brother Joe took him when he was 6 years old and taught him how to box. And I'll never forget that, Joe, what you did for Logan. And I'll get to my brother Bobby. My brother Bobby taught me how to love family and always care. You're the one who taught me that, Bobby. You always said, family, family, family. You're an amazing person, Joe and Bobby. And I want to say that I'm almost done. All right. I want to mention Jason Merrill. Jason, where are you? Jason, you and Eliza Mullen, Jason, you live in Honesdale. I feel sorry for you that you don't live in Lackawanna County, but Jason Merrill, you've been my friend for 20 years. We talk all the time. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Eliza, for what you do for me. Thank you. And we have Jim and Belva Befford here. Where are you, Jimmy? You know, no, I went in the Army in 1969. Guess who drove me to the plane when I was leaving for Vietnam? Jimmy Befford. Jimmy, stand up. Jimmy Befford. Stand up, Jimmy. And guess who was there for me when I came home? The day I came home, Jimmy Befford. You know, and I'm going to tell you all what we can't do it alone, folks. We can't do it alone. We need help from everybody, and that's what I have here. And I'm so proud of all of you who came. And Congressman President, I'm never going to forget what you did tonight. Never. Mike Cappellini, you're here. I know you are with Tommy Farrelly. And I'm going to tell you something, Mike Cappellini. I watched you from the day you were born. And I watched Tommy Farrelly from the day he was born. Another family from Jessup. Boy, are we great in Jessup, aren't we? My God. And Mike Cappellini and Tommy Farrelly, thanks for everything. And Eric Stepkovich, I'm sorry you live in Iron or Arts or wherever the hell you live. But you're a wonderful friend. And Jimmy Ludovici and Maria Dumal's here, my wife's best friend. When my wife was in the hospital for 49 days, when she had that accident, Maria Dumal never left her. Maria Dumal, I'm not going to forget that. And Rita Stella and Kenny Marcagiani, my lifelong friends, you know, that's you guys are so special to me. You know that. I love you guys so much. Dominic Carini, somebody was talking about my students. Dominic Carini was a student of mine. Sixth grade. And he's here with me now. And you did tell me I was the best teacher you ever had? Thank you, Dominic. You know, yeah, and I'm almost done, but I want to say that Brian Gallagher is here, our district attorney. Am I proud of Brian Gallagher and Terry Gallagher? Where are they? Where are they? Are they here? Did they leave up? All right, but anyway, they're great people. I'm telling you, Brian and Terry Gallagher. Oh, are they still here? Oh, they're here.
Yes, they're here.
Are they here?
Right back there. Yep.
Well, Brian, congratulations on your way forward. You have a big job to do as DA to follow Mark Powell. You have a great future ahead of you. You're so young, and you're already a district attorney. And Terry, thanks for teaching him the right way. All right. I mentioned Mark Powell and Father Tudgay, and I mentioned, you know what I always say? We're not done yet. No matter how old we are, God knows what we're going to do next, but I'm telling you, we're not done yet. And you know who told me to say that? Colby Perry. Tommy Perry's son said, Reverend Josh, you know how I feel. We're not done yet. Yeah, you know how I feel. And I want to say real fast to Bobby McAndrew, Virgil Argenta, Jason Strive, thank you so much. Joe Vidal is here from Carbondale, the mayor. Hey, wait a minute. I remember when Joe Vidal was the mayor. I drove my wife Jodine up to get a job. He didn't give her the job. He hired somebody else. Joe, I still love you, Joe Vidal. But is Gary DeBillio here?
He was here and left.
Gary left. How about Bridget Cazaras? Did she leave too?
He's here, I think.
Leo Vernetti's here. I know that.
Right over there.
Reverend Dross is here. All right. We're done. I talked about Judge Neal and Judge Mazzoni. I love those guys. I can't say enough about them. Doug Long and Gene Reed are here. But anyway, I'm done. I'm done.
You're not done. You're not done. There's stuff to do.
Yeah. Wait. I forgot any names, Randy, I'm sorry. If I forgot any names. I love all of you. You know that. I love all of you. I'm sorry. I can't mention everybody. But I have to mention Judge Powell and Judge Mazzoni and Judge Nealon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we still have to do the sash presentation, so if anybody would like to sit down, we're gonna do the sash presentation. That's the final part of the night. But I want to just bring up that, him at the coach, or excuse me, when the judge was at Jessup High School, a lot of people don't know this. I knew there was a high school up there, but I didn't know there was one actually in Jessup because they had that juncture. And it just amazes me because Jessup High School, our judge here played for the Green Wave, right?
Yeah,
the Green Wave.
Green Wave.
And he was in the 1964 Dream Game. You only get picked for the main Dream Game if you're good. So you got picked for 1964 Dream Game.
Yes.
You are the best.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you are. Now you stay right here with me. You stay right here with me. Okay. At this time, I would like to bring up our immediate past Man of the Year, Michael E. Robinson, 2024 Man of the Year. Great job, Michael. Absolutely great job. For the sash presentation for Judge Munley. We'll do it right over here, Judge.
All right. Well, Luann, can I say something about Luann?
You can talk a little bit. Go ahead.
20 years ago when I was running for judge, I didn't see her in 20 years. Luann Mariani supported me day and night. She was with me for months, every single day. Then I won and I didn't see her again. Luann, thank you.
Right over here.
First of all, I want to congratulate Tommy Lynch on the John Connor Shillelagh Award. Jim Connor, I'm sorry. Second of all, this sash comes with a lot of responsibilities. Pat O'Malley has you wearing it 24 hours a day. You can take it off just for a shower and put it right back on. He doesn't want it getting wet, but you have to wear it all the time.
Stay next to that man over there.
Second of all, last year when I wore it at the parade, I didn't buy a drink. Everybody bought them for you. So you have something to look forward to. If you can't handle them all, send them right over.
Oh, after this, I am going to have a drink. Chip Castellani, you know what I wanted to drink. I can't have a drink beforehand, but after this is over, we're having a drink.
And third of all, Pat makes sure every year we have a raffle for the pallet of beer. You're obligated to sell at least 100 tickets.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, they sell easy.
Okay, you're going to...
At this time, Michael Robinson will put the sash on Judge Munley.
Antonio and Elaine, if your mother could only see this.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in public, our Man of the Year, Judge Thomas Munley, AOH Paul Holcomb Alley, Division 4 Man of the Year. Everyone rise for Twitter Man of the Year. Bobby, did I mention you?
Thank you, everybody. I am so honored. This is wonderful. And can I have a drink when I wear this?
Sure you can. Absolutely. Wherever you want.
Hey, Father, thank you so much. All right. I guess that concludes our program. Again, I want to thank Congressman President. You're not going to fly to Florida now, are you?
You're stuck with me all week.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I want everybody to please stay and talk to me. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave me.
We've got a half hour left. Don't
We
worry.
have a half hour
yes,
left.
Yes, we do.
So,
Stick around.
yeah.
Desserts are being served.
Yeah, stick around for another half hour, and we'll all talk. By the way, PSA. John Holland, thank you for that award. All right, see you later. I love everybody. Bye.
Good job, bud. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, we have at least a half hour left. Enjoy your dessert. The bar is still open. I would just like to wish everyone a happy, healthy, safe parade day and a happy St. Patrick's Day. And congratulations to our Judge Tom Munley, 2025 Man of the Year. Thank you very much for coming out, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.